ఇప్పుడు వచ్చింది. ఆమె క్లిక్ చేయలేదు.
Sangi.
Okay.
Yeah, have you started recording that today's session?
Okay, it's saying this session is being recorded. The message
No,
is.
you can click on that. You can click on that, Sangi.
Click on that?
Yeah, please click on that.
Yeah,
Session is being recorded, right? From your side. Stop recording is there, right? Stop recording.
There is no stop recording button.
No. Click on that record this morning.
The red button, right?
Yes.
Click on that. What will happen? The option is next stop recording. You don't click on stop recording.
Oh, it's not coming up. It's not opening up the stop recording option.
Yeah. Don't click on stop recording.
No, it's not even giving me an option actually. This the
Stop recording option రావట్లేదండి. లక్ష్మణ్ గారు ఒకసారి మనకి గోటు మీటింగ్ లో అట్లాగే వస్తుంది ఆప్షన్. అయితే మనం ఎప్పుడైతే మీటింగ్ నుండి ఎండ్ అవుతామో
ఇప్పుడు మీరు క్లిక్ చేయండి. మీరు
Sangi, can I start the session now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Are you recording it for me?
Yeah, I'm recording for the today's session.
Okay.
Are you able to access my desktop now?
Yes.
Okay. Hello. కాల్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారా మీరు? మీ వాయిస్ నాకు వినబడలేదు, అందుకోసం. యాక్సెస్ డెస్క్టాప్ యాక్సెస్ అవుతుందా? నా వాయిస్ వినబడుతుందా మీకు? ఓకే సార్. Yeah, Sangi, yesterday we have discussed about the cloud computing and the Salesforce. What are the various services offered by the Salesforce we have discussed. And
yes,
along with that, we have discussed about the various processes followed by each and every organizations, like the marketing process and the sales process and the support or service process we have discussed in the last session. And now today we are going to be discussing what are the various cloud services offered by the Salesforce to their customers. So when coming to the Salesforce is offering the 6 clouds basically to their customers. The first one is Sales Cloud, second one Service Cloud, third one Force.com, fourth one Database.com, fifth one Data.com, and the sixth one Collaboration Cloud. Now when coming to the Sales Cloud, so what do you mean by Sales Cloud here? Generally, in each and every organization, we are having a sales department by which we are going to be taking care of the sales of the various products of our organization. So that here we are going to be using the sales process. Suppose for example, now let's assume that I have a shopping mall. In that shopping mall, so many mobiles they are going to be selling out, so that I want to purchase a mobile. Let's assume that when coming to the mobiles, we have so many models of mobiles are available which are manufactured from the various organizations. Like suppose for example, we have the HTC mobile, and then we have the Sony organization mobile, Sony Xperia or Sony, and then we have Nokia, nothing but that is our Microsoft mobiles are there. So now here, whenever they are going to be taking care of the sales of that particular product, for each and every product they are following a different sales process. Like whenever you are purchasing a HTC mobile, then they are going to be charging some 13K, nothing but 13,000 is the price, and along with that they are going to be providing the 2 years of insurance. Nothing but this is the free insurance they are going to be offering. And along with that, they are offering 5% discount. Nothing but a separate process they are following. Like when coming to the each and every product, they are going to following the different processes. For the Sony mobile, whenever if you want to purchase some Sony mobile, then they are going to be charging some 14,000, nothing but 14K is the price. And along with that, they are offering some 7% is the discount, and they are not providing any insurance service. When coming to the Microsoft mobiles, they are charging some 9,000 rupees is the price, and along with that, they are going to be offering 1 year insurance. But they're not providing any discounts to us. Like when coming to a shopping mall or any of the organization, they are going to be providing the various products for their customers. Now, for each and every product or for each and every item, they are going to be following a different process. Like whenever a customer is purchasing a HTC mobile, then they are charging 13,000 rupees as the price for the product, and then they are offering the 2 years of free insurance service. This is one of the benefit they are offering to the customer, and then along with that, they are offering 5% discount on the price also. And when coming to the Sony mobile, for the Sony mobile, they are going to be following a different process. Like when coming to the Sony mobile, they are going to be charging 14,000 as the amount, and then they are going to be charging the 7% as the discount, and then they are not going to be offering any free insurance service. When coming to the Nokia mobile, they are going to be charging 9,000 as the price, and then they are providing 1 year free insurance service where they are not providing any discounts. Like that, here for each and every product, we are going to be following a different process while selling out this product. So now in this kind of scenario, if we want to automate our sales processes in our organization, nothing but not only one sales process, we are following the different processes. Like for the HTC mobile sales, I'm following the different process. For the Sony mobile, we are following a different process. For the Nokia or Microsoft mobile, we are following a different process. So now in this kind of scenario, one organization is going to be providing the various products. In this kind of situation, for each and every product sales, they are following a different process. So now one organization is following the different sales processes. So in this kind of scenario, whenever if you want to automate the sales process of your organization, then we are using this Sales Cloud application or the Sales Cloud features. Okay, got the point here?
Mhm.
Now, so when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is offering the various sales cloud applications, nothing but the sales related applications by which we can able to automate these sales processes. When coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is offering the various applications for the sales cloud. In terms of sales cloud, Salesforce offers the two applications. When coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is offering two applications for the automating the sales process of our organization. Those are called as marketing application and the sales applications. The name of the application is marketing and sales. These are the two applications offered by the Salesforce in terms of sales cloud. Nothing but by using sales cloud, we are going to be automating our sales process of our organization. So now to automate the sales process of our organization, Salesforce provides two applications called as marketing and the sales. These are the two applications offered by the Salesforce. And then when coming to the interview point of view, they will raise a question, what are the various objects will be comes under the sales cloud? This is a common question in each and every interview. Now, so now when coming to the Salesforce, what are the various objects will be comes under the sales cloud here? Sales cloud in the sense what we are doing here, we are going to be capturing the customers and we are going to be doing the sales with the customers in order to generate the revenue. So now in this kind of scenario, what are the objects will be comes under into the sales cloud up to the sales process? Yesterday, we have discussed about the marketing process as well as the sales process of our organization along with the support process also. In that, we have discussed about the various objects like campaign, lead, account, contact, opportunity, case, solution, like that so many objects that we have discussed in our last session in the CRM concepts. So now when coming to those objects, all the objects will not be comes under the sales process. Some of the objects will be comes under the sales cloud feature, where when coming to the sales cloud, we are going to be capturing the customer, nothing but getting the leads information, and then we are going to be converting those leads as our customers in order to generate the revenue so that we can get some profit out of it. So now by using those customers only, we can able to do the sales, then only we can able to generate the revenue. So for that, when coming to the sales cloud will be having the various objects like it will be having the campaign, lead, account, contact, opportunity, product, price book, order, contracts, etc. So now when coming to the Salesforce, in the sales cloud, Salesforce is going to be offering the various objects like as campaigns, lead, account, contact, opportunity, product, price book, order, contracts. These are the various objects will be comes under the sales cloud process. Okay, so now when coming to the sales cloud is used to automate the sales process of our organization. When coming to the sales cloud, to automate our business processes, Salesforce provides two applications called as marketing and sales. So now when coming to the sales cloud, we are having so many objects like campaign, lead object, account object, contact object, opportunity object, product object, price book object, order object, contracts object. These are the various objects will be comes under the sales cloud. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So now we can go for the service cloud. So now here when coming to the service cloud, what we are doing in the service cloud now we will see. So now when coming to the service cloud, so now here we are going to be providing the services to our customers. So now whenever you are providing the services to our customers, then what are the processes that you are following for your customers while giving the service? So now in this kind of scenario, when coming to the service cloud, by using service cloud, we can able to automate the service processes of our organization. What are the various services that we are offering to our customers? And whenever we are offering the services to our customer, what are the various processes that we are following? What are the various sequence of steps that we are following in order to provide the service to our customer? So now to automate these service processes, we are using service cloud. Okay. Now to automate service processes of the organization, we are using service cloud feature. So now when coming to the service cloud, what are the applications offered by the Salesforce in order to implement these service processes? When coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce offers an application. The application name is call center. Okay, the application is now call center, which is used to automate the service processes in terms of service cloud. So now here when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce offers an application called as call center in terms of service cloud. So now to automate the service processes of our organization, we are using this particular call center application. When coming to the service cloud, what are the various objects will become under the service cloud? Now we will see. Service cloud includes the below objects. It will be having the cases, nothing but case object, because the service, in the sense we are going to be giving the services to our customers, nothing but whenever the customer is facing some problem with our product, then we are going to be providing the service to our customer. So at that time, whenever you are going to be giving the service, then compulsory we should have, we should have to provide the solutions. Like whenever the customer is facing some problem with our product, then he is going to be raising a case or a complaint. So now all the cases which has raised by the all the users will be stored into an object called as case object. So now it may be n number of cases also. It may be raised by the multiple users also. It may be all the users. So now all the users' complaints will be stored into an object called as case object. For each and every case, we are going to be providing some solution, nothing but how to resolve this particular complaint at the case. For that, we are giving some sequence of steps. When coming to the solution, solution is nothing but the detailed information of the resolution of the case, nothing but what are the various steps that we have to follow in order to provide the resolution or the solution for that particular case. So that here, when coming to the service cloud, we are giving the services to our customers. When we can give the service to our customer, whenever the customer is facing some problem with my product, he may be within the warranty period or he may be after the warranty period also. Lifelong, we have to provide the service to our customer, because as an organization it is our aim, it is our basic fundamental aim that we have to make our customer happy and we have to make our customers satisfied with our service. So that sales is not important, service is very very important always. Whenever if you are maintaining a very good relationship with your customer, then always the customer will stay with you, so that in future you will get one more opportunity from the same customer in order to generate some revenue also, so that we can get more profit out of it. So that when coming to the service, service is very very important in terms of each and every organization's business. So now when coming to the services, we are going to be providing the services to our customers' queries or the cases or the complaints which they have raised. So that when coming to the service cloud, we are going to be dealing the objects like cases and the solution. We are going to be discussing about the feedback, because every year we are going to be conducting some survey from our all the customers in order to get the feedback of our services, like what are the improvements that we need to take care of, what are the action plans that we need to take care of, and how whether the customer is satisfied with our services or not, everything. So that we are getting some feedback from the customers also. And after that, we will be having some more objects are also available, which will be comes under the service cloud. Like we have performance cycle, and then goal, ideas, because whenever the customer is having some different idea, nothing but whether they are expecting some more new features, then the customer can able to raise that idea also. If it is suitable, then as an organization we will try to implement this new feature in that particular product also, or in the another product which we are going to be releasing into the market also. And after that, we are going to be providing the knowledge base. So now what do you mean by knowledge base? Basically, Anyone?
Anything that you have learned
Okay.
through experience?
Okay. Now, so now whenever you are going to be raising a case, now for each and every organization, whenever you are purchasing a product, so now whenever I am purchasing a mobile, along with the mobile, they are providing a user guide also. In that user guide, clearly they have mentioned, so what are the various features provided by this particular mobile, and then how to enable those features, how to utilize those features. So now, if you don't know how to utilize that particular feature, then if you want to raise a complaint, then before raising the complaint, first you can go through that knowledge base, nothing but go through that user guide, whether they have discussed about that particular feature also or not, how to enable that feature or how to disable that feature or how to utilize that feature, whether they have discussed in that user guide or not. If they have discussed in the user guide, then use those user guide steps in order to implement those features or in order to activate those features in our mobile. Or if they haven't discussed those features in that user guide, then you can able to raise a complaint. So now whenever you are going to be raising a complaint, first of all go through the knowledge base, and in that knowledge base please verify whether your problem also has discussed or not. If the problem is already discussed, then they will be providing some solution also. Please use that solution in order to resolve your query. So now still with that solution, like with that sequence of steps, if your problem is not yet resolved, then you can able to raise a complaint. Simply in one word, when coming to the knowledge base, this will be also called as FAQs. Nothing but the frequently asked questions by the various users, nothing but the lessons learned. Okay. So now when coming to the service cloud is mainly used to automate the service processes of our organization, where we are automating these processes by using an application called as call center application. Now in this service cloud, we will be having the various objects will be there, like cases, solution, feedback, performance cycle, goal, ideas, knowledge base. These are the various objects will be comes under the service cloud.
Rose, what is a performance cycle?
Performance cycle is nothing but when coming to the organization, how the performance of our organization, like whether we are providing the very good services to our customer or not. Or suppose for example, when coming to the customers, last year we have 1 lakh customers and this year we have almost 90,000 customers, nothing but 10,000 customers has left our organization because because of our services, they are not satisfied with our service, so that they have moved to some other organization products. So now in this kind of scenario, we are going to be taking care of our performance cycle also, nothing but how the organization is giving the performance in terms of sales, in terms of marketing, in terms of services also. So now based on our organization services only, the customer will be always stay with us, or else the customer will be moving to some other organization product. So that if you have to, you have to take care of the performance cycle of your organization also. So for that here, to maintain this information, we are going to be using the performance cycle object.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the third cloud feature offered by the Salesforce is force.com. So now what do you mean by this force.com? I think already we have discussed about this. What is this force.com? Anyone?
It's it's a PaaS
Okay.
platform as a service
Okay.
provided by Salesforce.
Okay.
And it has two main programming languages that it provides.
Okay.
One is Apex, which is purely object-oriented programming.
Okay.
The other one is the Visual Force
Okay.
for tag-based programming,
Okay.
like for graphic interfaces.
Okay.
And then it also, I think, supports ORM technology.
Okay.
the object relations and mapping.
Okay.
This application actually makes the user create an application, customize an application, or create a new application with the minimum programming time, because it saves like around 30% of, I mean, in 30% you can create because of the automated database and user interface facilities that it provides.
Okay, good. Now, so now when coming to the force.com, force.com is a platform. Okay, it is a platform offered by the Salesforce. So now why they have offered this platform to us? Whenever Salesforce is offering a existing application called as Salesforce CRM application in terms of SaaS. So now here, when coming to the existing Salesforce CRM features, whatever the features provided by the Salesforce in order to use in our organization from the CRM point of view, those features may be suitable, or sometimes those features may not be sufficient because we are expecting some more. So at that time, whatever the new features that we are expecting in the existing Salesforce CRM application, those features we can able to implement by our own. So now in this kind of scenario, we need some programming languages by which we can able to develop those new features so that we can able to automate our business processes also. So now to implement your new features, nothing but to customize the existing Salesforce CRM, nothing but not only utilizing the existing Salesforce CRM application, we can able to customize, nothing but we can able to add the new features to the existing Salesforce CRM application, or we can able to modify the existing features available in the Salesforce CRM application. So along with that, not only customizing the existing Salesforce CRM application, we can able to build our own custom applications also. Basically, the first.com platform is used to customize the existing Salesforce CRM application, or we can able to develop the new custom applications. So now when coming to the force.com, by using this force.com, we can able to customize the existing Salesforce CRM application, or we can able to develop our own custom applications also. So now when coming to the force.com, so now when coming to the force.com, force.com is supporting the multi-tenant architecture. And what is multi-tenant architecture, we will see now. And when coming to the force.com, force.com supports the ORM technology, nothing but object relationship and the mapping. So now here when coming to the force.com, force.com provides the two programming languages. First one is Apex, which use a purely an object-oriented programming language. And the second one, this is a Visual Force. This is purely a tag-based programming to design the attractive web interfaces. To design the attractive web interfaces. So now these are the two programmings provided by the Force.com. When coming to the Force.com is supporting the multi-tenant architecture and it is supporting the ORM technology. When coming to the Force.com is providing the two programming languages, and that is called as Apex programming language and as well as the Visual Force programming language. So now when coming to the Salesforce, so now we have so many CRM technologies available in the market, CRM tools available in the market. Like we have Sugar CRM, we have PeopleSoft CRM, we have Siebel CRM, we have Microsoft CRM, we have Oracle CRM, we have SAP CRM. Like that, so many CRM tools available in the market. So now, but even though we have so many tools available in the market since a very long time, we are going to be preferring to use this Salesforce CRM only. So why we are using this one? When coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is offering the on-demand features to you. Along with that, not only utilizing the existing Salesforce CRM application, Salesforce is offering a platform also that is called as Force.com platform. Now, by using this Force.com platform, we can able to customize the existing Salesforce CRM application as well as we can able to develop our own new custom applications also. When coming to the Force.com is the heart of Salesforce because this is the basic heart of the Salesforce. So now because of this platform only, Salesforce is in demand right now. So now each and every customer is adopting this Salesforce because of this Force.com platform where it is providing the various ready-made features in order to develop our applications also, so that we can able to develop the application with a minimal code with very less number of days. Nothing but within a very short span of time we can able to develop the whatever the application that we want. So now when coming to the First.com is the platform offered by the Salesforce by which we can able to customize the existing Salesforce application or we can able to develop our own new custom applications. Okay, clear? Any questions?
No.
Okay.
We're going to go into multi-tenant architecture. You said you're going to talk about that.
Yes. We will discuss about that also. Now, so now here we are going to be discussing about multi-tenant architecture. So now what do you mean by this multi-tenant architecture? So what did you understand with the word multi-tenant architecture? Anybody? Any guess? Like what you understood with the word multi-tenant? Tenant in the sense, who is a tenant?
User
Okay.
and many users.
Or a user who is utilizing services on rental basis. Suppose for example here. So now when coming to the tenant is nothing but basically in the general real world, it is nothing but a person or a user who is utilizing some services on rental basis. Suppose here I want to shift my family to some other place, so that here I'm looking for a house on rental basis, because if I want to buy a flat or a house, then it will be very costly, so that I don't have that much of budget right now. I am unable to afford that much of amount. So that here initially what I want to do is, for some time I want to take that particular house or the flat on rental basis. So nothing but I want to stay in that flat as a tenant. Nothing but this flat is belongs to somebody else. It may be belongs to a builder, it may be belongs to an organization, or it may be belongs to a individual person. Nothing but the owner of the flat. So now in that flat, I am going to be staying as a tenant. Nothing but I am going to be utilizing the flat of a particular person on rental basis. So now because here I am not able to afford that much of amount in order to purchase a flat by my own. So for that I want to take those services on rental basis. So now I want to utilize the flat up to 1 month, and by end of that month I want to pay the rental amount to my flat owner or the builder. So now then how long time depends upon my requirement. So now if it is for 6 months, then I will stay. If it is for 1 year, I want to stay. If it is 2 years also, I want to stay with the in the same flat also. If the flat or the house is very comfortable for me, then I would like to stay more years also in that same flat or the house. Now, when coming to the tenant is nothing but a person or a user who is utilizing the services on rental basis. So now what do you mean by multi-tenant? Multi-tenant is nothing but multiple users or multiple persons who are utilizing the services on rental basis. So now here, when coming to the multi-tenant architecture, what it describes basically here. So now let's assume that I have a general scenario. Now let's discuss about this general scenario now. So now tell me the scenario. Suppose for example here, I have an apartment. Okay, I have an apartment. This apartment is belongs to a builder. Okay, this is belongs to a builder. So now he may be a person also. It may be an organization also. Okay, so now where we have an apartment. In this apartment, we have 2 floors. Okay, we have 2 floors in the apartment. In each floor, we have some flats. Okay, we have some flats. It may be 1 BHK, nothing but 1 bedroom flat, or 2 bedroom flat, or it may be a 3 bedroom flat also. So now here when coming to the builder has divided that entire apartment space into the 2 floors. In each floor, they have constructed the various flats, nothing but the whole space they have divided into the various flats. Now, when coming to those flats, some flats are 1 BHK, some flats are 2 BHK, some flats are 3 BHK. So now here from 1 BHK is charging some amount of some $1,000 per month. For 2 BHK flat is charging some $200 per month. For 3 BHK flat is charging some $250 per month. Now let's assume that. So now when coming to the each BHK, nothing but depends upon when coming to the each and every flat, we have some 1 BHK is there. So now 1 BHK or the 2 BHK or the 3 BHK. So when coming to the 1 BHK, it will be having some space. When coming to the 2 BHK, it is having more space than 1 BHK. When coming to 3 BHK, it is having more space than 2 BHK. So now here depends upon the flat. Okay, depends upon the flat. They are going to charging some rental amount. If it is a 1 BHK 1 bedroom flat, this is a $100 per month they are charging. If it is a 2 bedroom flat, they are charging $200 per month. If it is a 3 bedroom flat, they are charging $250 per month. So now here, when coming to this particular builder, the builder has been allocated these flats to the various tenants. So now here, when coming to the flats, we have assumed that we have totally 20 flats in the apartment. Okay, got my scenario here.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have 20 flats are there in this whole apartment, and then all the flats are full, occupied. Okay, all the flats are occupied by, all the flats are occupied by the tenants. So now here all the flats are full. Okay, so now here when coming to this particular tenant, nothing but tenant is nothing but a user. Okay, who is utilizing services.
Hello.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. I can't see the screen.
you are not able to see my screen.
No, it's saying new meeting organizer.
No, where is the new meeting organizer?
It just says the it's showing the menu where it says the new meeting organizer and it's giving the details. It went out.
Oh,
Should I click anything?
no, not required. I am the organizer. I'm the organizer, but I'm unable to share my screen to you.
You're right. That's I can only hear your audio.
Sangi, can you give me the permission as a organizer?
Okay. So I went to the menu.
Okay, attendees will be there. Click on my
Uh,
name.
okay, let me see. I'm looking for okay, I see the attendees. Yeah, I see you.
Okay,
And it says presenter and organizer. It says presenter and organizer there.
okay. But I am unable to share my screen to you actually. What happened to this?
Maybe we have to rejoin. Do you want me to rejoin? Do you want me to take you out and rejoin you again?
Yeah, we will.
Disconnect.
Okay, just a minute. I will talk to Lakshman and what is the problem here right now. I will check it.
Okay. Okay. It shows it's just three of us here right now. You, me, and Srinivas.
Yes. Yeah. నాది ప్రజెంటర్ నుండి తీసేసింది దీంట్లో సంగీ ప్రజెంటర్ తీసేశారు కాబట్టి నేను నా స్క్రీన్ కి షేర్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాను సంగీ ప్రజెంటర్ అయింది ఇప్పుడు ఓకే ఇప్పుడు ఆమె ప్రజెంటర్ గా ఉంది ఓకే ఆమె మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు నన్ను ప్రజెంటర్ చేసింది ఇప్పుడు ఆమె ఓకే ఓకే వచ్చింది ఓకే థ్యాంక్స్
Okay.
యా సంగీ ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు సీ మై డెస్క్టాప్ నౌ
Yeah.
ఓకే
Okay. I can see now.
okay so now here we have an apartment. Okay, in that this apartment is belongs to a builder or a person or an organization, and then in that apartment we have two floors are there. Now in each floor we have some flats, like it may be 1 bhk or the 2 bhk or the 3 bhk flats are there. Depends upon that 1 bhk or 2 bhk or the 3 bhk, they are going to be charging some amount. When coming to the 1 bhk, it will be having like a one bedroom, one kitchen and one hall will be there. And if it is a 2 bhk, then it will be having the two bedrooms will be there. If it is a 3 bhk, it will be having three bedrooms, nothing but some more spacious will be there. Depends upon that flat, it will be having the more the space will be there. So now depends upon that flat also, they are going to be charging some different amount also as a monthly rental. So now when coming to the apartment, assume that totally we have 20 flats are there in the apartment, and whatever the flats that we have, all these 20 flats has been filled. Nothing but this has been occupied by the various tenants. So now here, when coming to the builder, builder is going to be providing some space to each and every tenant. Nothing but they are going to be providing the flat. A flat is nothing but it will be having some space. In that space, the tenant has to accommodate all his belongings. He may be his TV, AC, cooler, freezers, and whatever the household items that he have, all these items has to be placed into the flat that he has allocated to that particular tenant only. Now one tenant cannot occupy the another flat, nothing but the tenant has to occupy only the flat that we have allocated to him. He cannot occupy the beside flat or another flat in that apartment. So now here nothing but we are going to be allocating some space to that particular tenant, because the tenant is going to charge giving some amount to us as a monthly rental basis, so that this tenant is going to be utilizing our infrastructure. Nothing but the apartment is nothing but the infrastructure which is belongs to a particular person or a organization or a builder. So now here this infrastructure is utilizing by the tenant, so that the tenant is paying some monthly rental amount to me. So whatever the flat that I have allocated to this particular person, that person has to utilize only that particular flat. He cannot able to utilize the other flats available in my apartment. So now when coming to the tenant, for each and every tenant, the builder is going to be providing some common services. Now the builder is providing some common services to each and every tenant. So now what are the common services they are providing when coming to the each and every tenant? They are providing a common service called as, that is, water facility. Water facility is one of the common service. Nothing but they are going to be providing the water. So nothing but here they are going to be providing 24 hours of water facility. To all tenants. And then the second one, they're providing some electricity facility. This is also 24 hours electricity. And the third feature is they're providing a lift facility. Lift or an escalator facility. This is 24 hours. And the fourth one is security personals. This is also some 24 hours facility. So now when coming to the builder, builder is providing some individual services to each and every tenant, and he is providing some common services to all the tenants also. What are the individual services they are providing to the tenant? They are going to be allocating one flat, nothing but 1 BHK, nothing but maybe 1 BHK, it may be 2 BHK, it may be 3 BHK. They are going to be allocating one flat, and in that flat, the tenant has to accommodate all his belongings. So now, when coming to the tenant is going to be utilizing that particular flat only, nothing but that is the individual facility that they have offered to the tenant. Now, when coming to the builder, builder is offering not only the individual services, they're offering some common services also, like they're offering some water facility which will be offered for all the tenants on 24 hours water facility. So now when coming to the electricity also, they are providing 24 hours electricity facility also to all the customers, nothing but all the tenants. Lift facility also 24 hours. And the security persons also, nothing but security guards who are going to be protecting our properties. So that here we have security personnel are there. These security personnel also provided on 24 hours who are going to be taking care of our belongings also from the various damages. So now here these are the common services they have offered. So now here when coming to the multi-tenant architecture, so now here what we will see here. Multi-tenant architecture is providing basically three features. Now when coming to the multi-tenant architecture, it is providing the first facility is called as shared infrastructure. Okay, shared infrastructure. So what do you mean by this shared infrastructure here? What do you mean by shared infrastructure?
The server and other things that they have, they can be shared by multiple users.
Yes, correct. So now here when coming to the apartment, how many tenants are sharing this apartment? Apartment is nothing but the one of the infrastructure which is belongs to a builder. So now when coming to the apartment, so now come to this apartment. This apartment is nothing but the Salesforce server. Okay. So now when coming to the builder is nothing but this is a Salesforce.com organization. And when coming to the tenant, so now here whatever the tenants that we have, okay, now the tenant is nothing but user user of Salesforce. Nothing but he may be the user, he may be the customer of Salesforce. Okay, so now he may be the user or he will be the customer of Salesforce. Now apartment is nothing but the infrastructure, that is Salesforce server, and then which is belongs to a builder, nothing but Salesforce.com organization, and then we have multiple floors are available. So now here when coming to this particular 1 BHK, so nothing but this is the memory space allocated for that particular user. So nothing but they have allocating some memory space. And for the 1 BHK also, this is also some more memory space. And 3 BHK in the sense it will be having more memories. Okay, more memory space will be there. So now here when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is providing their own infrastructure, nothing but they are maintaining a server in which they are going to be allocating the space to the multiple users. Nothing but one apartment is sharing by the multiple tenants. Like that here when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is providing an infrastructure called as a Salesforce server where it is having all the cloud computing features are available. So these cloud computing features are sharing by the various users. The users who are accessing those Salesforce server is called as a tenant. When coming to one server, not only one user, multiple tenants will be there, so that this is called as multi-tenant architecture. So now when coming to the Salesforce, they are going to be providing the shared infrastructure, nothing but multiple tenants or users are sharing the same infrastructure.
I can't see you. Okay.
Are you able to see my desktop, Sangi?
Yeah. Now I can see. Yeah.
So now when coming to the shared infrastructure, nothing but Salesforce is having their infrastructure. So now what is that infrastructure? Salesforce is having an infrastructure called as the Salesforce server. So now this server is going to be accessible by the multiple users, multiple tenants. So nothing but when coming to the shared infrastructure, multiple tenants or the users are sharing the same infrastructure of Salesforce.com organization. Nothing but Salesforce is allocating the space to multiple users in the same server. Okay, in one server they are allocating the memory space to the multiple users. So now in that memory space, in the allocated memory space, the user can install or develop his own applications, and he can able to store the data. Okay, he can able to store the data also. When coming to the shared infrastructure, so now Salesforce is providing a common server, so where in that single server they are going to be allocating the memory space to the multiple users, so that all these users are accessing the same server, so that this is called as the shared infrastructure. Now the first feature of multi-tenant architecture is shared infrastructure, and the second one, so now when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is providing a second features to you in terms of multi-tenant architecture. So now here Srinivas has raised a question like what is a shared server and what is dedicated server. So now when coming to the dedicated server is nothing but which is the server which is specific to a particular user. Suppose for example, I am having my own system. So now the system which I have that can be utilized by my own, nothing but this is my own property. So only myself can able to utilize, nothing but this is dedicated to me. This is belongs to me. So that dedicated server is nothing but which is belongs to a single person, or which is belongs to an organization, or which is belongs to a business. When coming to the shared server, Salesforce servers are shared servers. These are not dedicated servers. These are not belongs to any organization. So now we have a server provided by the Salesforce. In that server, they have allocated the memory space to me because I am also one of the customer of Salesforce. And you are also one of the customer of Salesforce. So that they will allocate some more memory space to you also. And Sangi is also one of the customer of Salesforce. So that for the Sangi also they have allocated the memory space to Sangi also in the same server. Nothing but we are all our customers to the Salesforce, so that Salesforce is allocating the memory space to all these users in a single server. So now when coming to the dedicated server is nothing but is a private server which is belongs to an organization, which is belongs to a specific person. Salesforce servers are all are shared servers. These are not dedicated servers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so now when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is offering the shared infrastructure. And then, so now when coming to the second feature is only one platform always. What do you mean by only one platform always? Any idea? Any guesses from this word or the sentence? Only one platform always. Any of you?
Only one platform. They can't change the platform that's allocated to them.
Okay.
Like if something is allocated to one company, it can never be used by another company without the permission.
No, not like that. So only one platform. See, suppose for example. So now assume that when coming to the, let's take the general scenario what we have discussed previously. So now here we have this apartment. So now when coming to the apartment, we have 2 floors as of now. Now when coming to the builder is going to be providing very good services to their tenants, so that all these tenants are very much satisfied with the services provided by the builder. And now, because of these features, some more persons are also interested to join in the same apartment. Okay, some more persons are also interested to join in the same apartment. So now when coming to the infrastructure provided is by this particular builder, so whatever the flats are there, all these flats are full. So now what the builder is going to do is, the field builder is going to be upgrading his infrastructure. Okay, so now he wants to upgrade. He wants to upgrade the infrastructure. So nothing but he wants to add two more floors. Nothing but he wants to construct two more floors also. So now here, whenever he is going to be constructing two more floors, in the two more floors, they can able to have some more flats. Those flats also they can able to allocate some for some new tenants also. Nothing but they can able to generate some more revenue also. So now in this kind of scenario, so now whatever the water facility they have offering to the existing tenants, whenever, so now if they are giving a rule like, so now you are a 1 BHK person, nothing but 1 BHK tenant, you are using 1 BHK flat, at that time you are paying some only some 7,000 sorry $100 per month, so that here I want to provide the water facility only for 2 hours per day, or whatever the electricity facility that we are offering right now as a 24 hours, this facility I want to provide to you for only 10 hours per day. So now if they are passing these kind of rules, will you accept?
No.
No. So because here we are not accepting, because I am also a tenant and the other persons are also tenants. Based on my requirement, I am using 1 BHK flat. Based on their requirement, they are using 2 BHK flats or the 3 BHK flats. So now here, based on the space they have allocated to me, I am paying some rent. So now all the tenants are equal. Okay, all the tenants are equal. No one is special. So now I'm paying very less amount, and he is paying some more amount, so that he will be giving the more preference to him, and they are giving less preference to me. Not like that. Nobody will accept like that. So now when coming to the lift facility also, what are the lift facilities available? Assume that when coming to the lift facility, whatever the lift that we have right now, in this lift, we can able to accommodate maximum of 5 persons. If the builder has expanded his infrastructure or upgraded his infrastructure, nothing but he has constructed two more floors also, at that time some more tenants will be get added, some more customers will be there, some more persons will be increased. So at that time, whatever the lift facility that we have right now, so now that is not sufficient. So at that time, he has to replace that lift with a new lift where we can able to accommodate more number of persons. So now in this kind of scenario, if the builder is passing some rule like you are using only one bedroom flat, so that I am not going to providing this lift facility to you, some other persons are paying more rent, so that those person can able to utilize the lift facility. Will you accept like this one?
No.
No. So nothing but here we are not going to be accepting. So nothing but here when coming to the services, whatever the services offered by the builder, these services should be common to all the tenants available in that particular apartment. These should be equal. Nothing but each and every tenant is equal in terms of that particular apartment. So now depends upon the space they have allocated, they are going to be paying some respective amount to you. So that here, when coming to this particular Salesforce also, in a single server, Salesforce is going to be allocating the memory for the multiple users. So in this kind of scenario, whenever the Salesforce is giving some upgrades is nothing but some new releases. Whenever the Salesforce is giving some new releases, at that time, these new releases will be applicable to all the users in that particular server. So now where he is now, it is not bother about whether this user is a small user or whether this user is a very big user, whether this user is a free user, they won't bother about that, because Salesforce don't want to differentiate all the users. They want to make each and every user should have the equal opportunity. Each and every user should get the same features which they have offered. Now when coming to that user, in that space, in that server, they will be allocating the space to the users. Those users may be the free users who are utilizing the free developer account of the Salesforce, or they have some other users who are utilizing the Salesforce licensed versions. So at that time, he may be the licensed user. Licensed user is paying some rental amount to the Salesforce. Free user is not paying any rental amount to the user. So now when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is going to be offering the memory space for all these users in the same server. In this kind of scenario, they are not going to be differentiating all these users. So now they would like to provide the equal opportunity, only one platform. Only one platform means they would like to provide all the users on the same platform where each user will get the equal opportunity. Each user will get the same features what they are offering to their customers. He may be the free user, he may be the licensed user also. Salesforce wants to provide each and every user should be on the same platform. Okay, got the point?
Got it.
Yes. So now here when coming to Salesforce. So now when Salesforce provides a new release or features, then all the users in the server will get the features irrespective of whether he may be a free user or licensed user. Okay, he may be a free user or he may be a licensed user. So nothing but when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is offering the same services to all the customers which they have right now. They don't want to make any differentiation between those users, so that Salesforce wants to provide the equal opportunity to all the users, so that they want to make each and every customer should be on the same platform. Suppose, for example, when coming to the Windows also, we have Windows operating system. When coming to the Windows operating system, if you pay some amount, then only the Salesforce, then only the Microsoft people will offer you the licensed version of a Windows operating system. If you are not paying any amount, now the Microsoft is not offering any licensed version of Windows operating system. At that time, you have to use the trial version of Windows operating system. In the trial version of Windows operating system, you will be having some limited features. If you are using the licensed version of the Windows operating system, you will be getting the more features. So now in this kind of scenario here, whenever the Microsoft is releasing the latest version, then the persons who has purchased the license, only those people will get the latest features they have provided in that latest operating system. The free users, nothing but the trial version users, will not get those latest features, because they're not paying any amount. Nothing but the free users will be getting the very less features, and the licensed user will be getting the more features. But when coming to the Salesforce, they're not going to be differentiating the users like this. Each and every user should be in the same platform. Every user will get the latest features. Whenever we are going to be upgrading our platform, whenever we are upgrading our infrastructure, at that time, each and every user in our server, each and every user who are utilizing our infrastructure, those users may able to access all the features which we have offered, whether he may be a free user or he may be a licensed user also. Every user should be on the same platform, so that they would like to make it as only one platform always. Okay.
Okay.
Now the third feature of this multi-tenant architecture is automatic upgrades and zero cost improvements. So now, what do you mean by this zero cost improvements? Anybody? Zero cost improvements in the sense?
Any improvements made to their server, everybody will receive it.
Okay, zero cost in the sense without charging any amount. Okay, improvement in the
Without
sense the new features what they are offering. So now what are the new features they are offering to their customers? Nothing but upgrading in the sense adding some new features. Whenever you are adding some new features, those new features I want to make these new features to be available to all my users or the customers. So at that time, whenever you are going to be releasing the new features in your server, then these new features will be available to all the users on zero cost, nothing but without any cost, without charging any amount, on free of cost. We are offering these improvements to the customers. So now, zero cost improvements in the sense Salesforce is offering the latest releases or features to their customer on free of cost. Okay, on free of cost. So now suppose for example, whenever the builder has upgraded his infrastructure, nothing but he has replaced the lift which is having the 5 members capacity to 10 members capacity, will they charge any amount from the tenant?
No.
No, nothing but on free of cost they're providing these services. Like the same way, when coming to the Salesforce also, Salesforce is going to be providing the new improvements. Nothing but new improvements in the sense the latest releases are the features to their customers on free of cost. Next, the second feature is automatic upgrades. What is automatic upgrades? Whatever the new features they have provided to their customers, whatever the new releases they are offering to the customers, these new features will be automatically upgraded, automatically installed in your local environment, automatically installed into your Salesforce account. No need to install these new features manually. These will be automatically get upgraded into your account. Okay.
Okay.
New features will be automatically into our account. Salesforce organization. So now here, when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce is offering the multi-tenant architecture where they are going to be each and every multi-tenant architecture is going to be offering the three services to us. The first one is the shared infrastructure. Multi-tenant architecture is nothing but accessing the same infrastructure with the multiple tenants. Nothing but the multiple users can able to access the same infrastructure provided by that particular organization. So now in this kind of scenario, multi-tenant architecture is offering the three services. One is shared infrastructure where whatever the infrastructure that they have, that infrastructure can be accessible by the multiple users or the multiple tenants at a time. And now, for each and every user, Salesforce is allocating some amount of space in that server. In that space, your applications will be get installed. Your data will be get stored. Your employees' data, your customers' data, your end users' data, your partners' data, your products' data. Everything will be getting stored into the same memory location which they have reserved for you, so that for each and every user, Salesforce is allocating some amount of space. So now, whatever the data that we have stored, that data will be get secured. Nobody cannot able to access your data without your permission. So now when coming to our flats, it may be in apartment also. In apartment, we have multiple flats are there. In each and every flat, they will be having their own belongings. In my flat, I have my own household items. In your flat, you are having your own household items. So now one tenant cannot able to access the items of another tenant. So for that here, the builder is providing some locks and the doors. By using those doors and the locks, we can able to protect our belongings by making a lock on the door. Like the same way, when coming to the Salesforce also, they have provided the very good security for our data also. Our belongings is nothing but our data. The belongings are nothing but our applications, our customers data, our end users data, our partners data, our products data, our sales data, everything will be getting stored in the same memory location. This server is accessible by the multiple users also, so that other users cannot able to access my data without my permission. So that Salesforce is taking care about the security of our data also. So now, when coming to the Salesforce, it is providing one more feature in terms of multi-tenant architecture is only one platform always. So now, who are all the users are using the same infrastructure whenever the Salesforce is giving some new releases or they're offering some new features at that time, those new features will be get upgraded to each and every user's account. So now only one platform in the sense Salesforce wants to make each and every customer should be on the same platform. Every customer should get the same equal opportunities as equal features. So that here they don't want to differentiate those users like he is the free user so that he has to get only some limited features or the older features. He is a licensed user so that he has to get the new features, not like that. Every user will be getting the equal opportunity. And then the third feature is automatic upgrades and the zero cost improvements. So whatever the new features offered by the Salesforce, these new features are going to be providing on free of cost to each and every customer, and these new features will be automatically get upgraded into our account without any human interaction. So now, when coming to the normal Windows operating system itself, suppose for example, I have purchased a Windows a normal Dell laptop, and which I have invested some amount around some $2,000. So now I have purchased that laptop. So now in that laptop, they have provided the latest version of Windows operating system, which is a licensed one. So now I'm utilizing this laptop and then it is working fine for me. So now this in this laptop we have the Windows 7 operating system, which is a licensed one. Whenever the Microsoft is releasing some latest updates for that Windows 7 operating system, then automatically my system will capture those new features. It will download that features and then when coming to that system, it won't install those new features automatically. It will ask your permission. So now on the taskbar in the left right corner, in the bottom corner where it is displaying some date and time of your system date and time, beside that it is providing a small icon. It will provide a pop-up message to you. Updates are ready for your computer. Please click on this balloon in order to install those updates. So nothing but whenever if it is a licensed operating system also, it requires some human interaction in order to update those new features in my system. But when coming to the Salesforce, no need to install these new features manually. These will be automatically get upgraded into your account automatically. No need to have any human interaction in order to upgrade those new features. This will be provided by the Salesforce on zero cost, nothing but on free of cost, and which will be automatically get upgraded into your account. Clear?
Clear.
Any questions as of now?
No.
Okay. So now this is the information about the multi-tenant architecture. And then along with that here we have some more features are there, like we have to discuss about the database.com and data.com and the collaboration cloud feature. These three features we will discuss in our next class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now the database.com and the data.com and the collaboration cloud feature we will discuss in our next class. And along with that, we are going to be discussing about some more features like what are the various releases offered by the Salesforce. Like some when coming to the .NET or the Java, we have some versions .NET 1.0, 1.1, like 2.0, 3.0, nothing but they are giving some latest releases. And like the same way, when coming to Salesforce, also giving some new releases, also some new features they are going to be adding, nothing but they are upgrading. So now at that time, what are the various releases offered by the Salesforce? So now all these things we will discuss in our next class. Along with that, we are going to be discussing about what are the various editions of licenses offered by the Salesforce. And along with that, we are going to be discussing about how to create our own Salesforce account in the free developer account, how to create that we will see practically. Okay. So these four features we are going to be discussing in our next class. So now our the next class will be on Monday. Tomorrow is the Sunday, so that we don't have the class, and our next class will be on day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Same time on Monday.
Yes, same time, 9:30.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Kurush.
Thank you.
So when I turn off now, so I just turn myself off.
Just a minute, like. So now I will stop recording.